Hello and welcome to another edition of Insights Weekly from the Akashic. We're looking at the week of March 28th through the 4th of April. Wow, we're moving into the 4th month of the year, 2022. And we're using the Illuminating Journey Cards that I created with the guidance of the Akashic Records. And we have our companion, this wonderful chap here that I just found at a flea market who called on me to bring him home. So he's going to observe and be part of the show today. I'm Jen Duchen of jenduchen.com and Akashic Swan Guidance. So let's see what the cards have to bring. When I was asking the question, what's coming up, I could feel there's a lot of energy coming in. Which makes sense. We're ending March, which is a 3-month and a 9 universal month. We're entering a 4-month, 4 calendar month, April, and a 10 universal month, because since the year, universal year is a 6, 2 plus 2 plus 2, plus 4 for April, it's a 10, which means new beginnings, a new start, a fresh way of looking, kind of a renewal of how we've kind of thought about life, thought about things, expected ourselves to be. And so let's begin. So the first card that's coming up, that's good, matches our lovely man here. And it's one of the tools, the light, which is the double terminated crystal, a pure light, pure energy. What comes to mind is this idea, let there be light, let there be light, let there be light within you. Let yourself see what is out there instead of trying to pretend. You know how we often don't want to see everything because that way we may be in danger. By seeing it all, maybe we feel we'll be in danger or that it's not safe, which is the same thing really, in danger, not safe, same thing. By seeing it all, it's not safe. But the truth is, the more we see, and the less we feel like we have to take some action out of fear. But we see everything as much as is available to us, and we get better at seeing what's available to us. We see the light, not so bright that we are blinded, but so clearly that we can make choices from our heart, that we can go forward fearlessly. I am courageously. I'm moving forward because I have the light where I need it. I can see everything, so I am not fooled by what could happen. I'm not letting it stop me either. And then the second card, and this is interesting, Soul Portal 8. This card has shown up numerous times. It very much is that energy. In fact, I believe it showed up last week. It's very much the energy of courage. This is like the message, the flash down the mountain, the illumination, right? It's the seeing of the light. There's even some red in here, but there's the seeing of the light, the exposure, all that we have kind of built up and imagined and glorified has been burned to the ground. So the things that we have worshipped have been cleared out of our path. We have been separated from the things we have put on pedestals. And now all there's left is for us to be like these two, the figure with her lioness, moving forward very deliberately, very determinedly, very courageously, moving forward. This must be done. These messages must get out. We really do need to stand in the likeness of who we are. We need to move in that likeness. We need to live in that likeness. The color, the yellow, the gold, that's all more light, more revelation, more awareness that in the light we are free. When we accept that there is dark and there is light, and we're not trying to hide from it, we're not trying to cover it up, we're not trying to make a story up about it, We're just aware that it is true and we can see it all. And we are making choices from a place of bravery, of courage, of love, of determination. We know what we must do. And I love that this card also includes the apples, the golden apples, the fruit that allows us to create new, because the apple contains all of it, right? Not just the juicy fruit we can eat. It contains the pit or the pip that we can plant to create more apple trees. So it's this sense of continuation that we might feel lost, but in fact, we're feeling that sensation of freedom, that we can go forward and create anew in a new way, feeling that gorgeousness of the light, the eye of Horus, the awareness. This is part of our path. And the third and final card, well, this is very interesting that this card is also a tool. So we started off with the crystal, the light, as a tool. We had this as a kind of setting point, the soul portal of where we are on the journey. And we end with another tool, which is the liquid. So light and liquid. You know, liquid is such an amazing thing. Of course, the power of these tools that we get to decide how we want to use them, or what they can give us in exchanging what we have had, maybe our stuckness, our stubbornness, our unwillingness to move from this patch here until we were basically burned out. We had no choice. And what does it do knowing that we have liquid, that we have this water, this potion for motion? What can we do with liquid? How can it help us to move forward, potion for motion, right? How can it help us feel the energy of water within us? Water is so healing, and we are almost 3/4, I think 60-something% water. So water is part of who we are. So when we feel so disconnected, water is the place where we are inspired by our imagination. We remember our dreams. We refuse to allow our fears to stop us moving forward. Like a rock in the way of water, water just keeps going. It goes around. It doesn't stop being what it is. It doesn't become something else. It continues because it's living, just like us. We continue because we make choices based on what's required. And we are given that energy to move forward, to be illuminated, to illuminate, to expand, to see what's in front of us and not stop because we're afraid, but just keep going because we can and because we desire that. We desire to be in motion. So there you have it, this week's cards. Let the light in. Let yourself move forward away from what you worship, what has been true, coming out into the truth. What is the real energy that inspires you, that liquefies you, that moves you into motion, away from what is being, into what you're here to do, who you're becoming, what is your truth. Such a powerful time. Let us remember that we are supported by this incredible, energizing power that wants us to move forward. Let us celebrate our lives and what we have, even though atrocities are going on. When we move forward with this determination to make changes, to live differently, our actions impact everyone's actions. This is how we truly do help one another. I'm Jen Duchenne of jendushen.com, Akashic Swan Guidance. I guide my clients to connect and be empowered by the energy of their soul. Live what you came here to live. This is our moment. I do have a new program, the Pilgrimage of the Soul, coming up, starting in May. If this is something you're interested in, you'll hear more about it. I'll talk to you soon.